What's going on? Born for Sports, salute to NYG, New York Giant Nation. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button, the Born for Sports. Well, here we are, football fans. Here we are, Giants Nation. I'm excited. 2025 New York Giants training camp is right around the corner. We are a couple of days away, as rookies have reported, and now football season is starting to happen and get started. And me as a Giant fan, I am excited. Every year, I always get excited this time of year. It's optimism for me, always with the half glass, half full. But this year, I'm feeling really excited about this New York Giant football team. And I feel like we're going to surprise some teams this year. So I am excited. I'm ready. I don't care what anyone says. I'm ready for it to get started. And I think it's going to be a solid season for the New York Football Giants, man. And I got 5 things I'm going to be paying attention to in training camp. Because training camp is all about getting ready for the season and seeing how the team gels and prepares to go to battle and ready for week 1. And I got 5 things that I want to talk about that I'll be paying attention to. Questions at that. Now, number 5 is the progress of Shane Bowen, adjustments of scheme to player personnel. Now, last year, I was not happy with the way Shane Bowen took care of business with his scheme, with the personnel we had. I felt like he didn't make enough adjustments during the season. I felt like he didn't adapt the scheme enough for me to be satisfied to the personnel he had. There was a time where this New York Giant football team was leading the league in sacks. You know what I'm saying? When we were blitzing more, we were attacking more. And then all of a sudden he got away from it as the season goes on. I know injuries hit, but I just felt like there was so much that was just not desirable for what I saw. And there's been a lot of talk in the offseason that Shane Bowen has to be more flexible with his scheme to the personnel we have. Because, folks, this defense is going to be top-notch in the NFL this year. I feel it. I felt it from the beginning. They've got the back end with the additions sewn up. I like what I see there. We signed Holland and Adebo to play in the back end with the rookie talent we have, and Nubin and Phillips having really good years as the rookies last year. And of course, that front 7, baby. That front 7 is gonna ready to hunt, and I can't wait to get back to New York Giant football identity, and that is point of attack on both sides of the football, and especially this side of the football on defense. This Giant D-line is going to be special. They probably might have the most talented D-line in the NFL right now as we speak, and I want to see how Mr. Bowen adjusts to his scheme with his coverages. I'm not a big fan of the soft cover 2 zone stuff. I don't think that fits what we have, but we're going to see what he does and the schemes that he does. I don't want to see just let 4 guys rush and hope we get there. No, I want to attack. And when you draft guys like Abdul Carter, and you got a Kayvon Thibodeau, and you got a Brian Burns, and a Dexter Lawrence, and you draft Alexander in the 3rd round to play next to Dex, and sign Ghost. Oh, man, I'm so excited to see how this D-line and front 7 is going to change the game for the New York Football Giants. And it's up to Shane Bowen to make those chess pieces work and checkmate on Sundays. Number 4 is Neighbors ready to practice? Now, I put this here because Malik Neighbors, we all know what he brings. One of the top receivers in football, in my opinion, and I know he's only had 1 year in the league, but the talent is undeniable. It's undeniable how good this kid is. And you're talking about what he did last year with over 100 catches, okay, with 1,200 yards out there, over 1,200 yards, with 4 bad quarterbacks and quarterback play the Giants had last year. He put those numbers up. Well, we got Russell Wilson. We drafted Jackson Dart, of course, but we got Russell Wilson. So it is, we all know what it is. Malik Neighbors is the most important piece on this New York Giant football team on the offensive side of the ball. He's going to be that guy that makes it work, makes it so good for this team to get their fill on Sundays and cause matchup problems. He didn't practice the entire offseason in the OTAs. They were very cautious with him, and I don't have a problem with that, as he was nursing a toe issue that he played with during the season. So my number 4 question is, will Neighbors be ready to practice? And look, I saw some videos a couple of like last week that he was out there training with the guys in Russ a couple of days ago, so to speak. Good signs. I want to see how good he looks as he comes back for practice. Number 3, and it's the obvious, man. Is Russ ready to cook for Dable's Kitchen? Yeah, I call it Dable's Kitchen because Brian Dable, he's had to deal with bad quarterback play in all the years he's been here as a Giant. The best quarterback play we got was in 2022 with Daniel Jones. But even with that season, it was still a slog to score points. Brian Dable is on the clock this year. He's got a show now. He's got the talent. He's got probably our best quarterback since Eli Manning on paper right here with Russell Wilson. And I know Russell Wilson is not Seattle version of Russell Wilson, but he's still pretty good. And I feel like if we can just get Russ to be Pittsburgh Steelers Russ from last year, where he's solid and steady, I think with this Giant defense, we're going to win some games, man. We're going to win some games. And I'm excited to see how this materializes, man. So, hey, I want to know if Russell has mastered that playbook and ready to go for Brian Dable, because we all know Brian Dable has talked openly for the last couple of years. He wants to push the ball down the field. He wants to push the ball down the field, take deep shots, go to playmakers. Well, now there's no excuses. He's got Russell Wilson to do that. So it's going to be real interesting to see how that materializes as camp goes on and preseason goes on. My number 2 question I have that I'm watching: progress of our top 2 rookies. How are Abdul Carter and Jackson Dart progressing in their first NFL training camp? Listen, if you watch this channel and if you know me, I'm a point of attack guy. And I was always on board that if we didn't go quarterback early in the draft at number 3, I wanted Abdul Carter. He was my top player in this draft. I said it. He is the guy that I wanted on this Giant defense. I love Trevor as well, but for me, Abdul Carter was my top guy. And I want to see how he progresses. We all know he is physically gifted. I think he's going to take this Giant defense to a whole new level once he gets his feel, he gets going and gets comfortable in the NFL with the speed in the game in the NFL. And his talent is undeniable, man. And I am so excited to see him in this Giant defense with the rest of the weapons on defense that we got. At this point of attack is going to be special, I think, for the future of this ball club. And he is one of the reasons why for that. And, of course, Jackson Dart. We all know he's the franchise quarterback that they are trusting. That is the pick Brian Dable wanted. They traded back in the first round to get him. So I don't expect him to play right away, but I know there's been some Giant fans that have said out there, I think that they think that maybe we should have him start from the way. No, I don't want him starting right away. I want him to get comfortable with the team, with the playbook, and do not rush Jackson Dart until he is ready to play. I do think we will see Jackson Dart sometime this season. He's a number 1 pick. He's a first-round pick for a reason, okay? And guys like that, hey, they tend to find their way on the field. And Brian Dable and his coaching staff, they know they need to win games this year. And I'm telling you right now, I think we'll see him sometime this year unless Russell Wilson has this team in the thick of the playoff hunt. And I'm hoping that's what's going to be the case. Okay, so I want to see how he progresses. But let's slow cook it. As my guy Big Dash knows says, and TP Way the Giant, my guys say, let's slow cook this situation for Jackson Dart. There's no need to rush him. When he's ready to go, he'll be ready to go, and they'll know when to put him in. But let's see what we do first with Russell Wilson. And my number one thing that I'm looking out, point of attack, as you know me, point of attack, how healthy are Andrew Thomas and Dexter Lawrence? Now, Andrew Thomas is, in my opinion, the most important New York Giant on this roster. His health is the most important for this football team to win games going forward. He's been hurt the last couple of years, despite how good he is when he's healthy. He's been hurt the last couple of years, and it's a big issue. The Giants need him to be healthy. We cannot do a third straight season where he's missing so many games and season-ending injuries. Andrew Thomas has to be healthy for Russell Wilson. He's got to be healthy, even if it's for Jackson Dart in the future, but he has to be healthy for this football team because let's be honest, last year when the offensive line was playing pretty well when he was healthy, but once he went out, that was it. It was just a slog the rest of the year, and it was big issues. But we need Andrew Thomas to be healthy. And of course, Dexter Lawrence, hey, one of the best defensive players in all of football, okay? He had a season-ending injury. I want to see if he's healthy, ready to go. I saw he was participating in the OTA, so that's a good sign. It's going to be interesting to see if they do a little pitch count with him to get him to week 1. And I'm excited to see the great Mr. Dexter Lawrence ready to go. So that's something that I want to monitor. Those two players at point of attack, healthy and ready to rock. All in all, I'm excited, folks. Let's get to training camp. Giant fans, let me know how you feel in the comment section. That's the video. What are you most looking forward to in seeing in training camp this year? And drop me them comments to let me know. And for those new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to Born for Sports. Let's go Giants.